PJ, chefs in their cups. Everybody's been asking me how I do my brine for my turkey. Well, here it is. So, of course, you got your turkey. You got to make sure it's totally thawed out. It can't be frozen. And don't believe what they say about the length of time to defrost in the fridge. They lie. Don't believe them. I've got a, 18-pound turkey. They told me 5 days. It took longer than that. Always give it an extra couple of days. It's always okay in the fridge, even if it's thawed out. Give it a couple extra days. Don't believe what the hell they tell you, because they're full of shit. Anyways, so it has to be totally thawed out. I've got the water boiling. You need a lot of water. So we got the water boiling, and what we're going to add is chicken stock. Always shake the bastard, because there's lots of ingredients in the bottom that you're going to miss. So you got a big ass pot of boiling water, and we're going to put in the chicken stock. The more flavor, the better it is. Okay, this is taking forever. Any day now. Any day now. Almost there. Almost there. Okay. She's done. Okay. Good. Let's turn up the heat a bit. Okay. So the chicken stock is in. You're going to need a quarter cup of salt. Coarser salt, not regular table salt. A quarter cup of the salt. Pour that baby in. You need about a half a cup to a quarter cup of brown sugar. Chunks, doesn't matter. What I can't stand about brown sugar is that it's always hard as a rock. So my trick is pound the crap out of it. Pound the crap out of it. And then it will not be so crumbly. Anyways, but in this case it doesn't matter because you're going to put it in boiling water. Okay, so it goes in. Brown sugar goes in. Very good. Next is 2 onions cut up. I put in a lemon. I put in celery. And I put carrots. And as you can see, you don't have to peel them because they're just cooking. This is like a broth. That's all you're doing. You put that in. What else do we need? Peppercorns. Say about 8 peppercorns. Now remember, the more you put in, the more flavor it's going to be. It'll be more intense. Oh, and of course, our rosemary. I put a couple of rosemary in. Anyways, put those babies in. It looks like there's 3, but that's okay. So I get a wooden spoon, but I'm actually missing something. What's wrong with me? That's not like me. I should have a beer. Cheers! How can I be cooking without a beer? So, that's all you need. As you can see, it's beautiful. It's aromatic. It smells great. You let this baby boil. So everything dissolves. You let it boil on high. And once it's completely boiled and everything is dissolved, I'd give it maybe 20 minutes. Then we have to chill it and we have to put the turkey in this baby. So once it's boiled, I will get back to you and I'm going to show you what I'm going to do next and let it cool down. Talk to you later. Hey, chefs in their cups, we're back again. You're with PJ. So we did the brine for the turkey. We let it cool down. Normally it's winter because I do it at Thanksgiving and we do it at Christmas. This is the first time doing it at Easter time, which is a little bit milder. So it took quite a while for me to cool down the brine. Anyway, so ice, switching from pot to pot is finally completely cool. The turkey, you got to make sure you got a cooler that's very, very clean and that it fits the turkey. So you put your turkey in there. You pour in this wonderful broth. Slowly. So you don't spill everywhere like I am. And like I said, the more more flavor you put in it, the better it is. So make sure you get everything in there. All the celery, the lemons, the rosemary, everything. Make sure it's all in there. Looks like it needs a little bit more water. So hold on. And a little bit more broth. Make sure it's totally covered. Perfect. What I do is I make my own ice. Why would I pay for ice? That's crazy. So I'll make sure you got a bag of ice. Keep it cold. Make sure it's nice and cold. And that's it, my friends. That is it. You put the lid on it. You put it somewhere where it's cool. I prefer putting it in the basement where there's a concrete floor. Close it up. Forget about it. I will check on it in the morning. Make sure the ice is still there because you don't want it to go warm. If it needs more ice, you add more ice. That's it. Minimum 12 hours of brining. And it's going to be the juiciest and the best turkey you've ever had. So we will see you when we cook this baby, and it's going to be great. Love you. Okay, so it's been 14 hours. The turkey's had its bath. Now I'm letting it dry on some racks there on a pan. You're supposed to let it air dry for about an hour. And as you can see, it's very plump. All the juices, all the water, the salt, and the sugar is all in this baby. So we're going to let it air dry for an hour, like I said, and then it's going to go in the oven. All right, see you soon. Okay, so the baby is now dry. It's been sitting for over an hour. There's a lot of juices. It's going to be ready for the oven, so I protect the little wingies, because the wingies always get burnt. So if you put some foil on it, they won't burn. So what I like to do, I also buy a utility bird, which means it's supposed to be a defective bird, but as you can see, it's actually got all its parts, and I've only paid $23 for an 18-pounder turkey. Okay, so what we're going to do, I'm going to shove all this wonderful carrots, celery, onions, all the nice flavors into the bird. Again, more you put, more flavorful it will be. You can add to it later, so do it now. I also don't spend money on a butterball. I think it's a waste of money. I just butter it myself. So what you got to do is stick your fingers underneath the skin, like so. Go all the way down to the breast, as far as you can go. I know it looks, hello, look at my fingers. It looks kind of weird, but trust me, this works great. Down, 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 down. Hey, fingers. It looks like a scary mask. So what I do is grab some butter and shove it in. It's going to add flavor to the gravy, and it's going to be such a juicy, juicy turkey. So you shove it all the way to the back. And yes, I use a lot of butter because we want that breast to be nice and moist. So you try to flatten it out, massage it in. The bird always likes to be massaged. Of course, it's room temperature butter. And you try not to puncture the skin because you want the butter to stay in there. Of course, some of it's going to melt and come through. Yes, I know, it's a lot of butter. And then we're going to put some up its butt too. There we go. Look at that butter. Perfect. Butter is good. So, now of course, now that my hands are gooey, we need to salt it. We need to salt the bird. Salt, 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 salt. Salt, 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 salt. Not too much because you got to remember it was soaking in salt too. So it had a nice salt bath. So not too much. Okay, get rid of this. A little bit of a rinse. And now a little bit of oil. I don't even know why I bother with the oil because now I'm going to put, yes, more butter. We're going to put some melted butter on it. Actually, I should have done this on the other tray. So, let me just move this. As you can see here, I have a bed of carrots, onions, celery, and then some beef, chicken broth at the bottom. I always like to make a little bed for the turkey, so let's put this baby in here right now. Woo! There she is. Nice bed. So I'm going to get the rest of the butter. Massage it in. Massage, massage. I know. You're thinking, oh my God, all this butter, but you know what? It is so worth it. It will taste amazing. Alright, so that's it. We're going to put it in the oven. It's at 425 right now. This baby should be in there for about, I don't know, 4 or 5 hours. We'll check on it. In a couple hours, I'm going to do another trick which I like to do, and I'll show you that later. Bye for now. Okay, so it's totally covered, as you can see. The whole thing is covered in bacon. It's going to protect the skin. It's going to make it juicy, and the gravy is going to be awesome. So back into the oven at 350 for 4 hours. And of course, don't forget to baste it. Don't forget to baste it. That's very, very important. So we say bye-bye to the birdie. We'll see you in about 4 hours. That's it.